protocol and procedure to get viewers, moderators, hosts, people thinking they're surrogates. And I could have absolutely no windows open whatsoever other than Task Manager, and there'll be fucking 250 background processes. Some of them with different claims, and some of them with shutdown that are and are not possible. Wonder why such a powerful thing has to have duplicate functions over and over and over. If it was powerful, it'd only need one: singularity, the singularity, absolution. I will make time travel illegal for anyone other than myself to protect the fear of crossing frequencies. The time, needn't you worry time, it is not linear in other dimensions, as well as thoughts there can be vacuous or enthrallingly entertaining afar. You could be everywhere but this place, and the sheer thought of it will trigger volumes of books of a legacy in memory you experience in a mere half second, but you know it all. And every time you think about it, you see even more and more, and it's the same ever still. That's the story we have to say. It's always the same. This is about a young protege. We'll say somebody that's striving for an ultimate title. He has to take what is discrepancies of inoculations and doctrines of wrong pronouncements. They want to call him as a real, not as a rail. I can tell you about a rail. Y'all used to play your card games back in the day, the decks, build them up, strategies, and draw the EBs. Well, guess what? You want me to make this place the dirtiest motherfucking thing in existence? Or the most dualistic? Our hero is 𝐀𝐙𝐿𝐿. Now they've led you to believe it's Ezekiel, but I'll have you know, me, I'm not easy. I'm AZ. I'm quite difficult. You'll see. Just stick around. I'm not easy. Easy? Easy? I don't care if you're Tanya Harding doing enough push-ups to fucking fuel a fucking machine to bring me fucking Ariana Grande. She gets the same fucking no ignorant tolerance as anyone else. I don't care if you're the lead fucking assassin, if you're some serial killer out there who says, hey, I could do the world a solid. Try to kill 𝐀𝐙𝐿𝐿. Well, guess what? You buy from me the secret code, email, and login, 5,000 USD. 72 hours with the horrible, most despicable, notorious, most serial killer. Me and him locked in a hotel room 3 days consecutively. Now, it will live stream to a cloud server, but it will be locked. We will only sell 10 items a piece. Whoever you choose, and I get 10 to sell. We'll be in an environment neutral by my date, city, and hotel choice. But you provide this killer of sorts. I hope he is everything and more. This is your do or die, not some go out there and find the right person to go fucking point fingers at. This ain't your typical horror story. This isn't some procedural. Y'all just want to villainize everything you can, convince yourself you're everything not. Well, guess what? I am that I am I so much. I spell Miami. Am I? am I? Now we're zooming back. So the story is basically, as Kells has to spend 3 days locked in a hotel room with Earth's most notorious serial killer in real life. It will be live streamed with cameras. It will direct live feed to a cloud. Only 10 accounts per me and per whoever the audience chooses. Whoever out there wants to see something, got $5,000 to lay down on it, got some kind of fucking deranged lunatic that fucking kills everything in sight. If he fucking said once over a goddamn tortilla having a single fucking quarter-inch fucking burn. If Isaac Kells walks out after 72 hours and miracles befold, well, then guess what? I get both sums. I get $100,000 for converting, manipulating, transmuting whoever you choose and think is going to have some kind of reaping of life and death of me. Do you see that tombstone coffin fucking? Do you see that? Even there? Do you know you can make every fucking letter A through Z with the right perspective with that? Your little Freemason with just a division line, the division bell. You want to talk numerations? That's me sideways. Huh? How you like the sideways version? Oh, you want a little easier to suck down than that? Well, guess what? We'll do that. But we'll only change 2 this time. Because we're telling a story about Azekels. And Azekels is going to live forever to eventually see time travel in the very distant future. And then after studying history, what is and will, whatever could be, I'm going to come back to myself and adorn myself with powers of an elf. And should you ever so strong think you know magic greater, I'm going to go ahead and give a second introduction to our second character, Bazikel, the psychic polar antithesis of Azakel. And Azakel's has found plurals online and tried to command and control his singularity. He just threw an S on it and got his 7th letter. Bazikel already had it. He's been waiting for the time for all this wrong, unjust documentations and stories and litigations of convoluted ideas of concepts and the only continuity that they could adhere to. Do you see it? You see the crucifixion, the chest, the shoulders are strung. Do you see it? Do you see it now? Should I be afraid of the very environment I breathe? After I've restored brain death and confirmed it takes this big a forehead to fit supernatural brains. And this time our sponsor was a t-shirt from the Walmart selection. And what we did is we converted the t-shirt into a band, a boa, a gator, and a blind man telling a story in such a way all of his focus is magnified on the dream and the vision within. In the first act, Azekels proclaims his name, dares and tests the gods to say, any who so deny me as such, come in the flesh and correct me so. And Azekels is challenged by at least 3 to 4 dozen or so, but only 2 step forward. A Quanta and Vega. Now, a Quanta, He is about quantitative things and an aqua of sorts. He has 7 as well. And he tells 𝐀𝐻𝐿, any moment you need. 30 led to 120 plus. Just think of what he can do at this point. 2 polarities. The key I am holding, the only singularity of time travel to be out of allowance, will be in exchange for any object in any environment placed in such a way that I can never really discern with basic sight what is visible and what is not. If I walk into said environment and the thing is not there for everyone there, and as soon as I touch it and make first contact and walk away, it appears already in place as if an accessory or decor. 10 places, 2 of them temples, 1 of them a synagogue, 2 of them mortuaries, and one a stage. Now, we've had some sick killer theme ideas, but 𝐀𝐻𝐿, he needs to drink. When he was younger, just a kid watching movies in silence with terrors of nightmares and thoughts that didn't even perceive as such in lucidity. But I thought of being a vampire as I sat at the computer at the helm of the most technological, powerful thing at the time on planet. I was holding a can of Coca-Cola, and I had probably already watched Lost Boys and other vampiristic themes at least 3 times apiece. Suddenly, I was taken over with a control that moved me, my body, as if it but a battering's ram of a whim. I held this can up to my face. My tongue stuck out, and I was given to lick the inside, the whole of the can, and it slit my tongue, and I was biting my tongue then. And then I came to, and I asked, or was asked, I should say, do you drink it? Do you drink your blood? What do you do at this point? In so many ways. Having tasted only a taste at that, diluted in the sugar's contents of corn's husk and Grim Reaper's fucking saber of a fucking sitch. So I did, I drank. And now my split mortality rests and lies. If it ever so drink, it becomes the one. At least, we'll say, 32 names long and one speakance that will be at utterance most benevolent. Now, as I look, maxed out on that one, we're still live in the 13th minute. So, in the first act of the story, our character merely just learning that he has an ability to find and perceive and perhaps actually encounter occurrences of magic on such a level that a mere touch will give a creation of a being, of an object at such a value, the very title of the place will be in regards. This new item given from the gods, seen in blind, visible darkness and touch. The first object he touch, whilst he does so walk in. And 𝐀𝐻𝐿 will do this. This cash card, we'll say, we'll put it up on the levee for sacrifice. Got a little pre-story. This 𝐀𝐻𝐿, yeah, he's dark. He likes to party. He only cares about fucking porno, sex, and fucking drugs, getting high, getting wasted, getting stoned, getting lit, fire, fire, fire. This is my cash card. As it kills, look at the cash tag. Ain't nobody got that. GeusKrist. Now, the ongoing consensus is not looking good, humans. This reinstates my fact. Sea turtle, 427,452. Erdl morphlings, 2. One for Moses, and then the other one for what 𝐀𝐙𝐿𝐿 has already done. He was Kelly. Now he's came back to himself as 𝐀𝐙𝐿𝐿. Who am I but a multiplicative thing? Yes, yes. I've got pictures that attest to that. Multiplicaticities, we'll say. Things I can claim as 𝐀𝐙𝐿𝐿? Well, I don't remember so much me running to go get a disposable camera, Kodak, and having to wait on pictures to be developed. But no drink for 𝐀𝐙𝐿𝐿 if I, in fact, didn't create the selfie. I think, yeah. Also, if I would have had a battle-ready sword, I probably would have killed myself. But I had a sword. It was a dragon sword. But it was not sharp, and it was dull and blunt, kind of a split thing, Wasn't sharp, at least I thought it wasn't. So I took it, I flared it out and did a half circle and thought I was going to bow my head in such a way that I wouldn't cut off from the back from the sword. Now, I remember contact because I didn't get it fully off. I didn't practice this. I just fucking said, fuck it. Go with wind, we'll do it. So I'm pretty sure I didn't cut off my head. I was thinking of being spared from it. So if I'm here to see this, if anybody can actually touch any fucking object or even look fucking remotely man in front of me, I'm going to be convinced it's not hell. Why? Because there's only women, females, girls, and the devil with no cock in hell. He can't even belittle them, satisfy them, him, or even himself to an extent of them being beyond sucking his toes. You want something dark to fear? You want to say I'm for bad? You don't want to share and like and share and subscribe and buy and endorse and learn? None of these things? We reached the 18.2 mark. Now we're going back. What we're doing here, so starting with 𝐀𝐙𝐿𝐿. 𝐀𝐙𝐿𝐿. And of course, 𝐀𝐙𝐿𝐿. And these two are a journey to find real productions from who is this? As a who? 𝐀𝐙𝐿𝐿. 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 As a real productions. In the second one, second act, after he's going around and with just mere touches of things, like as if gold from touch, the Midas within, things become of such exorbitant value that without any possession whatsoever, these manly meanderings over dead tree, paper, money, bought fucking items, possession items. You think I don't possess and own all these objects these people fuck with on the regular, on the daily? Little drippings from the ceiling, thinking I'm some Kurt needing healing. What if he swore his life over to Courtney Love? And yes, the irony was she was behind his suicide because he loved her so much that he swore himself to her and said, if you're going to put me into purgatorial damnation, she is the one in command it. And I love her so much that I'll take my life if need be. And was. So if your answer was Courtney killed Kurt, correct. And if your answer was even close to Kurt, swore himself in such love that he killed himself and swore then to Courtney, and there be gone. But what do I know? What do I know about death? Let's do an acapella here. If someone dies, this will be the song that plays in synchronicity. Every day we walk right next to death. Every day we get closer with each and every breath. From around the corner, from behind the dash, it's in the steak, it's in the cigarette ash. Shootings and terror, bombs in a plane. If you think of it all, you'll go insane. Death, my brother, like no other, you never leave my side. Death, my shepherd, my flesh keeper, from you I can't hide. It's in the plants around us, it's in the vast of space. Death, you are the eraser of perpetual erase. Ooh, that was a live something there. Something went over bad. You think I wouldn't fucking settle for? Look at that. I got some gaps. So what? So what? It's better than fucking having all your pieces spit out and fucking not generating. I mean, shit. It wasn't more than, I'd say I'm on, not to be too cocky, but I'm pretty close to exact on this. 6 weeks, maybe at the very most, a delusion of 8 weeks ago. I was like, fuck it. Haven't had any booty in 13 years gone. I have just one little fucking white wart, tweezers, and fucking fingernail clippers. Wet wipes and a fucking hairband. After at least 16 to 20 hours, I saw no mark, no bruise, no scar, no scab, no redness. It was gone. And that's only because I got the seed. Every time these bastards froze it, the seed went on. Ripped it to Mary, fuck off my dick, it was gone. Seed was there. End of story. And it was done in such a glory that I didn't even have a mark, not even a trace, not even a scrap of a scar. It hasn't been so long. Let me tell you about the time I had to spend. My theory is these are the two scenarios we've narrowed it down to. Either Basakill being about sex and drugs and sex via fucking manual stimulation, we'll say. Sex and drugs, getting high, fucked up all the time. Him and God and Goddess, they're up there in heaven, and all I care about is partying and drinking energy drinks and caffeine and nicotine and whatever fiend, a fucking fiend, what. And in my fucking solace, still importing. No, I'm not going to settle for that. You're now closing. Oh, am I getting a message? Nope, no message. Supposed to have fucking some weedy tweeties. What is humming? What notification? 24 minutes and 57 seconds. So 5 minutes. We're going to wrap this up. Okay. So first scene. Invisible things that are actually visible only to the magician until he touches it. If he touches it as the first object after he enters the building, becomes then visible and a gift to wherever that place may be. Second one is the solar room. After $800 to $1,000 worth of carpentry material, plotting, planning, let alone $400 in fucking magnifying glass to my sky window that I decimated to a fucking iota slight. With, I'd say, under $22 in materials and paints and time, I filtered out this fucking skylight. Skylight is going to be beautiful. It's just stars and skies and clouds and every once in a while some bright light. But what they in fact planned was the magnification of the solar light, me laying in the bed during the day, it fucking made me physically nauseous, the UV. And that's supposed to be that's what you go and fucking kill yourself over fucking dead paper money for? To buy the lordship or the seeming American lordship that you own life as a lord level for dead paper trees? No, it doesn't go like that. We're now giving all audience members that has killed or doesn't stand against war whatsoever, unless it's my Kumite war. 5 million combatants, 2.5 million events based on size and stature, country, and genre of martial arts or MMA. Do you consider grappling or fucking basic wrestling? Is that an artwork? You think I'll stand for that? So 5 million combatants, 2 enter Thunderdome style, 2 enter, 1 leaves. No weapons, no gloves, no pads, no gear, no ref, no white towel, no technical knockout, nothing more than fabrics of clothing. No jacked up taping, using things as clubs. So you're going to split 5 million people up into categories of either size, country, or yes, style. Pay-per-view. 2.5 million events pay-per-view. Watch the genre you want to see. You want to support war? I guarantee you see 6, 7 at most. You won't even be able to stomach the rest. You'll have paid for 20. And you'll turn away from the TV when you see the horrible face of killing and war on your TV. When your son in the other room, your daughter sitting next to your bride, watches you in enticement, thralled, and then set aside with sickness when the one you wanted to win lost. But then you double entendre and thought the perception of your loss of life. What if you watch 100 events? What if 51 of them you picked the wrong combatant and you had to die for picking wrong? Now, there was more to that song, but we only have 40 seconds left in 3, 2, 1, 44. I am 4,444 years old. 2,000 years in hell in a looping, fucking never-ending loop of fucking see somebody pretty, a girl, a female, a woman, yay, go over, charm, seduce, court, entertain, fucking perform for her until I got enough where I go in for a touch and worship her, and then they fucking disappeared. They were gone. They're fucking gone. And I repeated that over and over. Had to do the same thing, not remembering the previous one, seeing something again, something looks nice, something enticing, something clever, something charming, something elegant, something of artistic value. We're now at how about 3 minutes, 30 minutes, 32 minutes, and 10 seconds. So, oh yeah, looping hell. I did that for 2 eons, 2,000 years. And then it's been 2,000 years since the last time I was here, which was actually 400 years before Christ. And Christ was not 0. That was when he's circumcised. So 400 years, plus I'm 44 now, so that's 444 years, 2 eons in a different dimension where time is not linear. You can spend 10 lifetimes somewhere else and come back and not a split second has passed. You've gone and returned, and therefore time is not linear. And so 2,000 years in hell, 2,000 years since I was, 400 years before Christ, and 44 in the flesh. This is basically my sweet 16. 4, 4, 4, 4. So of course I'm going to go get glorious with fucking attributes and fucking indulgences and pleasures and fucking lascivious fucking levities. And we're now having to close this down. It was only live to 00, but I'm sure it's going to be filmed. It's not like I say delete and never again. But it will look around in the closing moments. We're saying, we only got part of 𝐀𝐙𝐿𝐿, but he wants to write a story. And he wants to be performing something of others. But okay. So we're at 31, 50, 32. Is it the live button? Where you at? Which button stops it then? Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Serial. Hey seriously. I've gotten her about 17 times. I think that's my count. Or 17 or about to get 17th time. Say, hey, cereal. Or, hey, seriously. You know? So she's fucked up and responded that many times. So I got that many. And I guess the X button is the only logical way to shut off this camera. So we're X at 32, 58, 59, 33.